So you yourself are a trumpet player?
Yes, yes. I started off as a trumpet player when I was 7 years old. I'm a Lowland Scot from Fife, so I learned through orally transmitted as well, but it was in the brass band tradition. Every mine, every coal mine, every factory, every village had a brass band. As some of them had pipe bands in Scotland. I happened to just, my father and my grandfather and so on played in a brass band, so when I was 7 I was given a cornet and that was it. You know, then I was in competitions every weekend for solos and quartets and band competitions, very much like the Scottish traditional, you know, the piping is very, very competitive, and that's one reason for why the standard gets so high. But again, it was sort of orally transmitted. It wasn't like a conservatoire method. I learned through you know, people singing to me all the time. And then I went to school. I got school music. I went to learn the trumpet instead of the cornet. I went to the National Youth Orchestra of Great Britain. I played solos with them, Haydn Trumpet Concerto, and then I ended up playing in orchestras like London Symphony and Philharmonia. Ended up having my own group and became a professional trumpet player. So I then came back to Scotland in 2002, just after devolution. I think they wanted a Scot who was self-made. I'd never had a proper job. I'd always been self-employed because the London orchestras are self-governing cooperatives, which I think is the best way to manage music. Really, it's a really collaborative thing. Musicians choose the programs, they pick the conductors, all the rest of it, just like the Vienna Philharmonic. And they wanted somebody with that who was based in having to make their living out of playing, you know, who was sort of steeped in the employability that all of our students had to go out there and make their own way, create their own work. I think that's why they gave me the job in 2002. I was out of Scotland touring really and living in London and touring from there for about 34 years. Then I moved back to Scotland to take up the job at the Academy.